And here in Hertfordshire, this far south, the Northern Lights were spectacular last night. But who's going to see them tonight? And what's the weekend looking like? I'll give you all the details just after the break. Yes, that's absolutely right. Welcome to the ruins of Watermoor Castle here in central Bishop Stortford. It may not be obvious to you, but we're actually incredibly high up. And it was the perfect place to see those incredible sights last night. Yes, even this far south into London, as you say, and even as far south as Kent. It's incredibly unusual and such a treat. We have a look at some of the night, although I have to say it doesn't feel very mild at the moment. Let's have a look at the forecast. Now, it's worth saying that it does turn a little bit milder as we look into next week, but also fairly unsettled as well, with the potential for some really quite heavy rain on Tuesday that might come with a weather warning as well. But for now, enjoy a cold and crispy weekend. A lovely one.
Thanks very much.
So let's have a look then at the weekend. Prepare yourself for a chilly one. Don't think of it as cold, think of it as cosy. My children are driven mad by me keeping saying that. So as we look ahead to the weekend in more detail, you can see that it is wet in the north on Saturday. On Sunday, largely dry and bright, not completely, but largely dry and bright. And as I say, it's a chilly old picture, particularly tomorrow night. So let's get straight into it then. As we look ahead to this evening and overnight, it's pretty wet across much of Scotland. That rain turning to snow, or I should say staying as snow across the very highest ground. It is going to be chilly. Elsewhere, largely dry. Isolated risk of showers, but generally speaking, the cloud amount's building up, and that is going to sort of act like a blanket and keep those temperatures up a lot more than they were last night. So as we look into the start of the weekend, we do so still with that rain really across the northern parts of the UK. So Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, you've got systems moving through all the time, and that is going to give you some fairly heavy bursts of rain over the next 24 or so hours. And it's going to be quite a miserable sort of day, but turning a little bit showery, perhaps a little bit brighter for you during the second half of the day. But in the south, it's generally a cloudier story with a narrow band of rain that crosses eastwards into the afternoon, brighter behind. And then for Sunday, after a cold night Saturday night, it's a beautiful start to the day on Sunday. Cold and crispy, but increasing amounts of cloud from the west as the day progresses, and temperatures again on the chilly side.